Hey guys, I'm a little further in the book. It's getting more and more interesting, as you would expect, wouldn't you? Um, Now there's a lot of, well, it makes everything else kind of irrelevant, and it feels right. Um, well, we're not driving the bus. We're basically just watching this shit while it happens, and just how do you want to take in the information? That's the only thing that matters. But I'm not going to talk about that now. What I found interesting was the fact that I find it, well, that I'm documenting my journey. Because I could simply have been making these videos and not put them on YouTube. Would have had the same, well, I would have lost some information that was important to get, but I would have the same benefit uh, for me helping myself get further. But I'm not choosing to do these, and I can't tell you anything you have not agreed to learn, um, which is why I find it interesting. Um, it's all scripted by us, but it's still scripted. And, well, there's a reason I feel like, well, there's a reason I do these, not a reason I feel like I should do these, because whether I feel like I should do one or not is in the end irrelevant, because I'm not the one steering the ship, uh, or the bus, or whatever transportation thing you want to name it. I'm not choosing to make the videos, and well, then basically I'm not choosing what to communicate with you. We have already agreed on what I'm gonna communicate with you, because it's all a script, which is, well, it explains why things are so conveniently given to me when I need them now. Uh, well, when I feel like I hit a wall, need new information, the universe provides. Well, I'm not done with the book yet, but and there's a lot of, well, he talks about exercises, and you have to read the book, right? Or listen to it, or do whatever. But it's, I feel like the core understanding at this point where I've gotten in the book is that you just have to accept that you are just watching, and there's nothing wrong with anything. It's, you're simply entertaining yourself, and there's a reason behind all entertainment. There is a plan, and you're always following a plan, but you're not supposed to know you're following a plan, and that's the whole point, that you don't know you're following the plan. Um, it's, well, I feel like the book is not really changing what I believe in, but it's also changing it, evolving the idea, I guess. Um, can't really trust anything in this movie anyway, right? And you're not really choosing what information you get in. You're only choosing how to react to that information. Uh, the reason I stopped now was because I felt like giving myself something really good to eat. Uh, I felt like stopping and doing it. And, well, I didn't choose to do it. I can only choose whether I want to enjoy that or not, whether I want my desires to coincide with the desires I'm given. Just being happy that you're giving what you desire sometimes, and accepting it if you're not, because then that's not the plan. I also decided to play the lottery. Just, I think it would be hilarious if I won the lottery now that I don't think I'm gonna need more money. That would just be truly hilarious. That's a really small lottery, so it's not like insane amount of money kind of lottery. So it's not in the end important, right? And I just think it would be hilarious if I won. I've never played that low-paying lottery. I haven't played it in so many years, and it would just be hilarious. It, it would just show that as long as you want the money, you won't get it. We'll see what I decide is gonna happen to me. We all agree on the story, right? And so we'll see. I think it would be hilarious if it happened. I'm gonna continue with the book, of course, but apparently I needed a break and I needed to make a video. Again, I'm only observing. I'm not really choosing what I do, but I do find it interesting trying to figure out why I do what I do. Am I making these? It's and this was, well, we're going forward with, it's all just a movie and we're choosing it. I don't, well, it's basically like in the Rick and Morty episode, you're watching, they're at some kind of crazy fun land, and Morty is playing a game where he's actually living an entire life. And it's just a quick game. And well, I was thinking about why you would play the entire game without ever waking yourself up. And maybe that's just not always the point. It's, well, been wondering about why I never wanted to be here, and why, well, you can easily get the meanings of this book to coincide with someone simply turning the game Earth into something evil, taking control of it. It would work. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure, but I'm not choosing what to say either. So how can I tell if these are my thoughts or my wonderings, or because when I think something, it could be all mine. Well, everything would be me in the end, but not limited me. But when I say something, and especially when I put it on YouTube, that means we have all agreed that this is what I'm going to say, which is interesting. Because why are you guys agreeing to me saying it? If you're watching these videos, then you have agreed. You want to see them, and you want me to tell you what I'm telling you, whatever that is, in that video. And it's kind of interesting why. I shouldn't ask the question why I can't choose. That doesn't make me less interested. And, well, should I be interested? Is that nothing is wrong, right? But is it wrong to simply be interested in it? Even though there doesn't have to be I can't really understand the reason. Is it wrong for me to ask why anyway? Because, well, why is because I chose to, but when you chose to, and we chose to. But well, the book says that asking why is part of the movie, the game. It's how you are limited, I guess. But I enjoy asking why simply for asking why. It doesn't necessarily have to be a concrete reason. Doesn't have to be answered. Can you still ask why, even though you're not supposed to ask why? I think that's interesting, and again, I'm not choosing what to say, so apparently you might think this is interesting if you watch it, which is in itself interesting. Well, I'm trying to focus on things I find interesting, because that's the whole point, isn't it? The whole point is to entertain ourselves. And if you reach this point, then you've had the negative emotions, the negative experiences you needed to make you appreciate simply enjoying things, probably. And it's of course going to take time, and I don't know how long it's going to take because I am not in control. The book, it tries to tell you that there are ways to get there and things like that, but from what I've gathered, it's literally not your choice in any way whatsoever. It's literally not your choice. You're not gonna get there any further by trying special techniques and shit, because you are not in control in the end. You're still gonna get the movie you have decided to get. I find things interesting. And I'm really wondering what kind of movie I'm gonna give myself from this point on. What kind of movie we are gonna give ourselves. It's, well, still gonna keep going. Whether you leave or not doesn't mean the movie doesn't keep going. We all use the same template, right? So it's gonna keep going, and we are currently changing changing the template. And maybe that's what's happening. We're simply changing the template. And to change the template, then everyone has to be thrown out. Because, well, you can't just, people are not going to just accept the changing of the template. Well, the game version of you is not going to accept that, and then it's not going to work. So that's the whole point. I had not thought of that before now whatsoever. I feel like that's important to state. Because as I say, I don't choose, meaning it could be important. It's all scripted, so that could it could be it. It could be the reason with the Mandela effect. It's simply that we are changing the template, and we're changing what you go down to in Earth, whatever point we are in, like 0.1 or 0.2 or 5 million. That doesn't really matter as long as we can't, if we all, it's about entertainment. We're supposed to be able to, we live in the same place, in the same movie theater, and it's all scripted, but if the movie theater changes, then it's not going to work anymore if the whole thing changes too fast. Again, I think it's interesting, and I'm still wondering why I'm making the videos. Because from all the information I can gather, it's all pointless to do it. And I don't have a choice, so that means you guys want me to do it, I guess. We have agreed beforehand that you want me to give this information to you if you see this. So, I'm still wondering. And, well, it's not easy to just simply become the dude. It's really hard to reach that kind of relaxed serenity, I guess. Just letting the universe provide. It's probably going to take me a little time, so I'm still wondering out loud about it. Even though in the end it doesn't really matter, because I don't choose. So, I rambled long enough. Peace.